All right. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna record or show a song that I actually recorded for YouTube about 10 years ago. It's not my song. It's a song by Stephen Curtis Chapman called "My Redeemer is Faithful and True." I don't think I can even sing it anymore. That's a beautiful song, really tough song. But since I posted that video many, many years ago, people have been asking me to do a tutorial on how I play it or show the chords. I don't know how to write tab. So I'm going to take a minute just to show you how I play that song. We're probably going to have to break it up into a couple of videos where we do the verse and then we do the chorus and then maybe the bridge. But I'll just show you a little bit about how the song works. So here's the intro. So something like that. So it's in the key of D. As I look back on this road I've traveled. And Steven does some really neat things like that. So in the key of, in D he goes, then D over F sharp. And I hopefully you can see how I'm doing some of the finger picking, but so that kind of a move, then D over F sharp, and then this is one of my favorite kind of runs. He takes this note of the D chord, which is the second string, third fret, and then he goes, now you have to figure out a way for you to do that. And then what I do is I actually take my middle finger off of the first string, and then I do that kind of a move. Then it's a D major 7, I think. So then I do a walk. Now my thumb isn't very, thumb overs are really hard for me, so it gets a little dirty, like buzzy sometimes, so it just takes practice. Then G major 7, then D. I do it's a D, what was that, a D9? Yeah, with an E, or D2. So G major 7, and then you have to hear that E. So D2 over F sharp, then E minor, but I leave that note right there. I leave that on there. I think he does that on the record. So again. So you hear bum, bum, bum. And then it's A. And then I usually just use my one finger so that I can do one of those moves. But that's good too. And then this is the kind of hard part, and it's hard for me too. So I do a hammer on, and then I open up the rest of my fingers so that I can get back to the D. Da, da, da. And then after that move, bum, 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 and then A, I use an A7 suspended chord. And that's the intro. And the verse, as I look back, D over F sharp, familiar, right? To the G, on this road I've traveled. And sometimes, so there's D, D over F sharp, G to the A. Sometimes I do this classic Stephen Curtis Chapman move that he used to do a lot in the early 80s. He did in several of his songs, but he does this really cool move when if it's an A that's kind of a suspended, I do one of these things. So As I look back on this road of travel. And that's basically the second and fourth strings. And I do, that is oh man, fourth fret on the fourth string, third fret on the second string, and then I slide down to an A7, right? As I look back on this road of travel, and then back to the D. Seems so many times he's carried me through. And then I love this thing that he does. So this is just a G, but I add that note right there. It's a third string, second fret. And then we do that same thing from the intro. Okay, so that's basically second string, second fret, but I'm playing it with that third string. So, it seems so many times he's carried me through. And then you have to really leave that ring finger there on the G. Now, if you can do it with your thumb, it's probably better. I can't. Seems so many times he's carried me through. Then the A. And if there's, and I'm pretty sure this is a B flat diminished 7th chord. Me through. And if there's one thing, there's a B flat diminished. One thing that I've learned in B minor 7 in my life, and then it's an E suspended to E. My Redeemer, then it's just an E minor, is faithful, A suspended to A, and true. And that's just a classic. So there's a lot of hammer and picking. If I don't play the D chord, it's just my ring finger and my pinky. Right? Then I pick the second string. Right? Another thing that I like to do, if you play a B minor, a B minor 7 shape, but then you undo the bar and you play the E in the bass, it's kind of a neat, I'm sure someone with guitar theory, if you're out there, just leave it in the comments so that everyone knows, because I'm not great at guitar theory. But this is a neat sounding E minor chord. So I like to do the, if there's one thing that I've learned in my life, and then I do that chord, my Redeemer is faithful. Then I do that Stephen Curtis Chapman move, and true. And then the chorus starts in G. My Redeemer is faithful and true. Everything he said he will do. And every morning his mercies are new. My Redeemer is faithful and true. There it is. I know I didn't break down the chorus. We'll do that on the next video. Have a great, blessed day, and we will see you next time.